How's it going, everyone? Mega Mashers here, and this time we are going to be reviewing Barbaracle. And I just gotta say that Barbaracle is seriously an underrated Pokemon. In fact, it's possibly one of the most underrated Pokemon ever. And I will demonstrate how that is in this epic freaking video. Woo! Let's get it going! So here it is, guys. Barbaracle. Looks pretty freaking sweet, and it has more limbs than you can shake a stick at. So the typing that it gets is rock and water, and it's not a bad typing. Although you have a 4 times weakness to grass, you have a 2 times weakness to electric, ground, and fighting, you resist a fair bit. You resist normal, flying, poison, ice, and you 4 times resist fire. So that in itself is pretty good, and you have ways of working around your weaknesses. So as for its abilities, the first one it gets, Sniper. Sniper is an ability that powers up critical hits from 150 to 225. That is awesome. Not to mention that the critical hit ratio has gone up quite a bit in this generation, making critical hits a little bit easier to come by. The next ability it gets, Tough Claws. Tough Claws is an ability that boosts the power of contact moves by 33%. And Barbaracle gets quite a few contact moves. The last move it gets, Pickpocket, or I should say ability. Pickpocket is its hidden ability, and what that does is, say if you either don't have an item or you consume your item, and the opponent happens to make contact with you, you actually steal their item. So it has its niches in its own way, but either way, you can't go wrong with all 3 of these abilities. As for its stats, let's have a look. So it has 72 on the HP, 105 on the attack, 115 on the defense. Beefy. 54 on the special attack, garbage. 86 on the special defense, not bad, and 68 on the speed. So numerically, it's not going to be outspeeding much anytime soon, but it does get Rock Polish and Shell Smash, which completely remedies its rather low speed tier. So, with that being said, how about we get underway with the first set? So with this first set here, it aims for Barbaracle to be a very threatening sniper, no pun intended, that is just going to destroy your opponents one by one by one by one. And this is how it's done. So, the item for choice on Barbaracle is going to be Landsat Berry. Landsat Berry is a pinch berry consumable when you're at 25% or below of your health. And the effects of Landsat Berry, you get a +2 boost in your critical hit ratio. That is awesome. And that pairs very well with Sniper, which is its ability. Therefore, you're going to have much, much more damage output when it comes to critical hits. As for the EV spread, 252 is going to go into HP, 4 into special defense, and 252 into speed to maximize your offensive potential, and we're going to be rocking with that jolly nature to further boost your speed. As for the moveset, Shell Smash is it's a must. Basically what it does is while it lowers your defense and special defense by 1 stage, get this, it increases your attack, special attack, and speed by 2 stages. That is epic! And these next 3 moves have a high critical hit ratio, which goes well with the Landsat Berry boost, and goes well with the Sniper, and goes well with the Shell Smash boost, and oh man, I can just see it now, just destruction all over. So, Stone Edge. Stone Edge is a base 100 power move with an 80% accuracy with a high critical hit ratio, and factor in the fact that it has stab, is just going to make it just that much more powerful. Next, Cross Chop. Cross Chop is a fighting type version of Stone Edge, base 100 power with a high critical hit ratio with 80% accuracy. So these 2 moves, while they are shaky in accuracy, the benefit is almost too good to pass up. The last move, Night Slash. Night Slash, a base 100% accuracy move with base 70% power. It's a dark type move, and it also has a high critical hit ratio, meaning that all 3 of these moves benefit from Sniper, which benefits from the Landsat Berry boost, which benefits from the Shell Smash boost, which just means that you are going to be raining destruction all over your opponent's head. So, with that being said, that kind of rhymes, but with that being said, how about we move on to another set that's just as epic? So with this next set here is going to make Barbaracle just as lethal of a setup sweeper as the last set. But we're going to be doing it in a different way. And this is how it's done. So, the item for choice on Barbaracle, you can go with White Herb or Life Orb. White Herb is a very nifty item that allows for you to reset any stat drops one time. And that goes very well with Shell Smash. And also goes very well with Pickpocket, which I will explain in a moment. Let's slow it down. However, Life Orb is an epic item in its own right, because of the fact that even though you lose 10% of your health, you get a 30% boost in your move's power. That can make the difference in battle. So, as for the ability, we can go with Tough Claws, which is very nifty for this move set. And I would recommend using Tough Claws with Life Orb, or if you want to take another way, you can go White Herb and Pickpocket. Shell Smash, consume that White Herb of yours, and if your opponent happens to make contact with you, you can snatch up their item and use it against them. Whichever way works for you. This is awesome! As for the EV spread, 252 is going to go into attack, 4 into special defense, and 252 into speed, with a jolly nature to further boost your speed and overall sweeping potential. As for the moveset, Shell Smash, Shell Smash, Shell Smash, Shell Smash. Wow, try saying that really fast. Shell Smash is just, it's such a busted move that just, wow, there's so much sweeping potential. As for the next move slot, I got 4 choices here. We got Night Slash for Tough Claws activation, we got X Scissor for Tough Claws activation, and your best defense against grass types, we got Stone Edge to snipe out those annoying-ass birds, and we got Poison Jab to not only activate Tough Claws, but take on grass and fairy types. Either way works the best. Now, the next move slot, we have Cross Chop. Cross Chop is an irreplaceable move in this set. It grants very awesome type coverage. And not only that, but it gets a Tough Claws boost because it is a contact move. The last move we get, Razor Shell. Razor Shell is a nifty move as well in its own right because of the fact that it has a 50% chance to lower your opponent's defense by 1 stage, which can also make or break the battle. Razor Shell, 75% power, 95% accuracy. It's okay. I don't like the shaky accuracy. I would much prefer Waterfall, which unfortunately it doesn't get. I don't know why Game Freak decides to neglect Barbaracle of Waterfall. And not to mention, it doesn't get any decent moves in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. It doesn't even get something like Knockoff, which would benefit much better than Night Slash. But, I don't know. I just... You know what? I'm not even going to let that get me down because Barbaracle is epic. It needs to seriously be reviewed. That's basically all I have to say about this set. How about we move on to yet another set? So with this next set idea here, takes advantage of yet another niche that Barbaracle has in battle. That is the niche of being a disruptive SOB. And this is how it's done. So, the item for choice is going to be Choice Scarf, no pun intended, which locks you into one move and boosts your speed by 50%. As for the ability, Tough Claws, Tough Claws, Tough Claws. Tough Claws works the best in this situation and for very awesome reasons. As for the EV spread, once again we'll be going with 252 attack, 4 into special defense, and 252 into speed, with a jolly nature to further boost your speed and overall potential when it comes to sweeping. Now, the first move is completely awesome. Switcheroo, which is another variation of Trick that allows for you to swap items with your opponent, causing severe disruption, especially if you happen to catch a wall on the Switcheroo and you just completely screw things up for your opponent, and therefore you have the edge and the upper hand. Well, no pun intended, because Barbaracle has 7 hands. You get the upper hand in battle. As for the next move slot, once again, we have some choices here. We got Night Slash for Dark type and Tough Claws boost. We have X Scissor for Brass types and for Psychic types and Dark types as well. We have Stone Edge to nail birds, not to mention it has Epic Stab. We have Poison Jab. That kind of rhymes as well. We got Poison Jab to also have a fighting chance against Grass and Fairy type Pokemon. Like I said before, whichever move you prefer, you cannot go wrong with it. You have so much to choose from. The next move, we have, once again, Cross Chop. Cross Chop, like I said, delivers irreplaceable coverage with this entire set. Not to mention it gets a Tough Claws boost, and also has that very nifty high critical hit ratio, which even though you're not going to have as high of a critical ratio in this move slot, that can make the difference. You could get a lucky critical hit and therefore end the battle, and you have another victory in the bag. And then the last move, we have Razor Shell. Razor Shell is Barbaracle's best water type physical stab move that has that nifty 50% of lowering your opponent's defense by 1 stage, which once again can make or break the battle. Wow. I really don't know how else I can explain this set. This set is pretty basic with an effective strategy behind it. Now, with that being said, I have yet another set idea. So please, hang tight, sit back, relax, and enjoy the rest of this ride. So the next set that I have for you here is something different, something anti-meta, but something that can be surprisingly effective, especially because of the fact that no one really expects a set like this, therefore giving you another advantage in terms of the surprise factor. And it goes a little something like this. The item for choice for Barbaracle strictly depends on the moves that you use in this set. We can go with Leftovers if you want passive recovery, or if you want to do the Resto-Chesto combo, you can do that too, as it allows for you to get off a free rest and be awake right thereafter. As for the ability, we will once again go with Tough Claws, because Tough Claws in this set idea, in my opinion, is the most superior ability and kick-ass ability for Barbaracle. As for the EV spread, 252 is going to go into HP, 252 into special defense, and 4 into speed, and we'll be going with the careful nature to further boost that special defense. As for the moves, we have Bulk Up. Bulk Up is such an awesome move that works for you offensively and defensively too, as it allows for you to boost your attack and defense by 1 stage. The next move we have, Rest. Rest is very important because it allows for you to restore your HP up to 100% and allows for you to also cure any status ailments. And as for the next move, you want to go with Sleep Talk if you're going to be going with Leftovers, as it goes very good with this set, and also doesn't make you completely useless in this situation where you are asleep for 2 turns thanks to Rest. It chooses any of the other moves by random, so please be aware that it might not always work out in your favor. There is a 33% chance that you will end up selecting Rest at random with Sleep Talk, which does absolutely nothing. But as for the 66% that allows for you to either set up or attack, it's definitely well worth it. The next move that we have Toxic. Toxic is a great move to wear down walls that would otherwise be troublesome for this set. And if that's the case, I would recommend going Resto-Chesto if you're not going to be going with Sleep Talk. But we also have Low Kick. Low Kick is a move that is granted to Barbaracle thanks to Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and it's a fighting type move that increases in power depending on how heavy your opponent is. And this is awesome because you have a lot of heavy Pokemon out there that are very threatening, like Tyranitar, Hippowdon, Aggron, just to name a few. And not to mention it's a fighting type move that goes well with Razor Shell, granting you very awesome type coverage. And speaking of Razor Shell, that is the 4th move. Not only does it have great stab, but also because of the fact that it has the benefit of Tough Claws and has the 50% chance of lowering your opponent's defense by 1 stage, which is also pretty niche. And that's basically all I have to say about this set. And that's all I gotta say about Barbaracle. I mean, Barbaracle is surprisingly very versatile. You just gotta think of ways to make Barbaracle work best for you. Woo! So there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video on how to use Barbaracle and how it can be surprisingly versatile in battle. That being said, if you enjoyed this video, please feel free to leave a like. If you enjoy content like the one that you just seen, please join the Mega Express by hitting up that subscribe button down below. And please, don't be afraid to leave me your feedback in the comments section down below. Also, do not forget to check out the Facebook group Poketown. It is an awesome group that you guys definitely need to check out. I will leave a link in the description down below. Thank you for watching this video, and have a good day, and I shall see you guys next upload.